Hello everyone, and today this is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna be talking about, just some things on like why I haven't been, uploading as of late, and it's kind of what I've been going through, So I was trying to make the Outlast Trials video, right? And I finished it. However, my fucking bum ass PS5, bro, it fucking overheated and shut down, right? And then I go to check the recording, and I see the picture, like I see the thumbnail of the fucking recording, right? But when I try booting it up, nada, nothing. It's a corrupted file now. It's done, bro. It was like 44-minute video, bro, and it was so good. And that just happened. Now it sucked ass, and I was just like, uh, because I was like I already talked like all I needed to talk about. It's like really hard to replicate it. The way I was saying my fucking shit. Because I don't have like scripts for these. I don't think any YouTuber should have like scripts of their videos unless it's like something serious. But like all of these ones, like they come straight off the dome, and so it's just like what the fuck, man. Like I have to actually like trying to remember what I was talking about the whole time, and well, shit, I don't even remember what I'm talking about half the time. So I just gave up on it. I'm still gonna try and make it. It's just gonna take a lot longer now because fucking because I got work and all that. But I'm gonna try and make it work. So I honestly just want to talk about how like it's fucking awful it is. Living in the fucking U.S. as of late. Like I know it's very hot take, but as like time grows on, I just see our world become more and more corrupt to the point where it's like they're not even hiding it, bro. Like they really aren't trying to hide the fact that every single person in our government is just corrupt, Uh, there's just so much corruption. They put shit in our food, they put shit in our water. There's literal like toxins in our food that we eat every day, and yet nothing's being changed. Like I don't think I don't see any drastic changes. All I see is just like the profit these big million-dollar corporations have to gain from just killing everyone. Just think about it. They make so much money just keeping us sick forever. They don't ever have to do anything because they'll just keep us sick forever. And then they push the age on our social securities because I think, oh my god, I can't even say the exact time, but it was a long time ago, right? The life expectancy was very low. So when the life expectancy went up, they started raising the age thing on the social security. So not even they couldn't even get their own social security, and that was just fucked for like the time that it was being done. And then like I see on the fucking news and like I see online, it's like they just put shit in our food. They just be putting anything in our food now. It's so like scummy. Like, do these people not feel any sort of shame for like what they're doing to the future like generations, to everyone around them? Because they'll hold everyone else accountable except for themselves. Because why do they have to ever worry about anything? Because they're all billionaires. They can afford fucking organic food, and then even the organic food, I've heard it has some fucking shit in it, like like this fucking certain bread brand, like it's called like Dave's Bread or something. It literally has like fucking toxins in it. And like I'm sorry if this seems like a hot take, but it's just like a real world issue that it's not really being nothing's really being done about it. And it's a real fucking it's really scummy, and it's a scourge on like everyone around us, because think about it this way. It's like the billion-dollar corporations, the high income brackets never have to worry about like being in a food desert, because San Antonio, or I currently am, I've grown up for like my entire life. I could say for certainty that the amount of food deserts in the less like fucking the low income areas are so fucking massive, bro. Like it's not even funny. Like even where I live, bro, it's like there's so many fast food places like just down the street, like literally a 5-minute walk. I could have this, I could have that, I could have this, I could have that. Like there's no like end. You know, of course there's like an HEB here and there, but those aren't the fancy ones like on Northside. You know? It's just really fucking scummy to see that every single like person, you know, I see, you know, they don't they don't like to acknowledge like that they're being killed. They're getting killed.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
They're poisoning us. You know, they're poisoning us and nothing's really being done about it. And I hate to say, but I don't think anything will be done about it because if they don't arrest people for fucking the Jeffrey Epstein shit, they're never gonna arrest anyone, right? They're never going to arrest anyone. Like, nah, like, because people who are like so rich and wealthy are never gonna take accountability for anything. Because they don't have to, you know? Because they're so rich and so powerful that they can just get away with it. Absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. You know? It just sickens me to my stomach that I have to sit here in a world where we're all just being poisoned, where we're being drastic, like what we're eating isn't even food. It's not even food. Like I saw on the fucking news that there was like this first ice cream made out of fucking plastic. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you aren't even trying to be slick about it. Like, you're actually just like poisoning us. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? Like, you can't sit here and tell me like no one like thought, hey, you know, this kind of seems like a bad idea. Aren't there going to be any like repercussions for this? No, because you know what? They're rich. They don't have, you know, rich people don't have consequences, you know? And it's just genuinely just gross as hell. It's just gross. Like, that's all like there is to it. It's just gross. And I can't, like, I can't even sit in my own house anymore and not think about it. It's like, it's so awful. And then the school system is drastically being changed, and I can't even say, you know, I can't say how it's being changed or by who, you know, who's causing it, because then it will be considered anti something, you know. Come on, guys, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, for those who watch this, you guys know what I'm talking about. But they're killing, like, they're gutting the public school system for their own gains. They're literally raiding the coffers, you know? It's fucking disgusting. And they just wrap themselves around in, you know, religion, trying to, because they don't want to take accountability. They just wrap themselves around in religion, because they just can't. Because God forbid anyone has to take accountability, you know? And it's just, you know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of really weird how this is all happening under like our, you know, our noses, but not one person in power is doing anything about it. Because a certain someone in office doesn't want that to happen. Because, you know, who knows, you know, what they have on, you know, on him, you know. And so that's kind of like the reason I'm like, there's no way in a million fucking years that, like, this is at all legal in any way, and it's not legal. Like, the fucking Pam Bondi shit with the, like, the luxury jet she used to cheat on her husband. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, no way, bro. That shit's actually crazy. And then it's like, oh, well, they fired her, you know? They fired her for this. It's because she was easy to let go. No, maybe no. It wasn't even. Oh God, it wasn't even Pam Bondi, was it? It was, oh my God. Oh fuck. God, I sound like a fool right now just talking, and I have no fucking like actual. You know, even the words I'm saying don't sound right, right? But woman, brown hair. That's all I can give like for an app description. I forgot her fucking name. Christy Gnome. I don't know. Fucking. I think that's her name. I was gonna go off a fucking guess here and say that's her name. But really, really awful shit that these people are doing, and then they just use taxpayer money to they just use taxpayer money to pay for all of it, because you know, why should they have to spend their own money, you know, on anything, because they can just use the people's money. Absolutely fucking abhorrent. It's actually a scourge on, you know, what makes America America, you know. It goes against the American dream, and I know that's a very stupid thing to say. I know it's probably stupid for me to say that, you know, the American dream still exists, because I really wish it was, you know. Because as a kid, I always grew up under the impression that anyone could be something, you know. Like, we can be something more than, you know, a cashier or, you know, a pizza boy like I am, you know. But it's harder and harder to do that now. And especially with, you know, the prices going up, inflation going up, and then him, you know, the person in office going back on these, like, words that he said, you know, when he was campaigning. He's like, it's a Democrat scam. It was invented by the Democrats. It's like, bro, no, it was not. It was not invented by the Democrats. You said yourself you were going to drive affordability up. You're going to make things affordable again. Those were exact words said by you. And yet, you fall back on these words so quickly. Like, you fell back on that so quickly. Like, it's not even funny. Like, man, like, are you fucking kidding me that, like... It's just disgusting to see how fucking these people act. Like, these people run the world and they act like children. They act like children. They're actual, like, baby boomers. Like, are you kidding me?
It is ours now.
Like, there's no way that, like, these people are actually capable of destroying society as we know it, you know? And they act like this, and they do horrible, horrible things, and they just get away with it too. Because why the fuck not, right? But they'll throw a couple of scapegoats under there to, you know, drive away any suspicion from the ringleaders, you know? Because why not? Because why the fuck not, right? Because as long as, you know, society can get, like, their hands on a couple of scapegoats, then they don't ever have tech accountability ever again. You know? God damn. And then there's the fucking, if you say more than 5 words in this in this next sentence, I'm going to kill you. Like, oh my fucking god, like, you can't be for real. Like, it must be a fucking joke, bro. It must be a fucking joke with how fucking corrupt this shit is at this point. Like, they're not even hiding it, bro. It's so apparent to everyone in, like, in the world, bro. Because you'd have to be fucking blind to not see how fucking stupid this shit can be. Like, it's like a fucking cartoon, bro. I swear. And these people treat human lives like their currency, and that's the sad truth, is that that is what they think. That is what the government thinks of human lives, as currency. You know? We're made to serve, you know, to apparently serve, you know, people in the 1%. We're made to fucking just, made to suffer, really. Because, you know, why? Oops, sorry, I might cut off. God, I fucking hate this microphone. I want to get a new one. But it's so just plainly just gross. And I'm sorry if I keep on repeating the same words, but I really don't want this to fall flat on deaf ears. Because some people go their whole lives without even noticing these things ever happening. You know, because they're born with, you know, everything. You know, they're born with everything. Don't ever have to worry about anything. So they don't see how corrupt this shit is. But people like me, who are born in the low middle class, who are poor as fuck most of the time, I can see this. I see this. And I want change. I want change. And the change we do get is the change no one asked for. It's absolutely fucking disgusting how some of these people can sit here and tell me that they're making things affordable, they're doing this and that, but it's like, no one asked for this. Like, no one asked for it. Like, what do the American people have to stand to gain from all of this? Because I hate to say, but you've probably have caused more harm than good than you ever could have before. And it's really just sickening to see that some people are actually just so hypnotized by this bullshit that they just can't see, past the blinders,
Think carefully.
And
Today's
me
office hours
personally, oh shit,
is
look,
tomorrow's
there's a
regret.
fucking road battle right there. I don't want to take that. I have any money for the hospital? Oh, in the hospital, a fucking another thing. Well, it's a great fucking god. Great another point I had there. Healthcare. God, is that shit awful in America? Honestly, I fucking dread the day I have to go to a doctor, bro. I dread it because the day I do, I want to be gutted for everything I'm worth and left with pennies. Pennies. And it's all under the guise of, oh, well, we're under oath to keep you alive. It's like, if I have to stay alive to pay the fucking bills, that, the healthcare bills, then, I pay these fucking horrendous ass healthcare bills, then just fucking pull the trigger, bro. Just take me out back and shoot me, bro. Because there's no way anyone on God's green earth can afford that nowadays. And it's just so sickening. So sickening. And not a single person, I really hope there is people changing this, but more likely than not, it's not happening. Because people in the lower middle class, people who aren't, born wealthy, people who can't afford premium healthcare aren't entitled to basic human life, pretty much. You know, having healthcare is a human
On to
right,
the next.
and it's really shocking to see how some of these MAGA hypnotized
One less
fucking
obstacle
sheeple.
in our path.
Like I hate to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but it's like these are actual sheeple.
Welcome
Like these
relief
people don't
from
think for
costly
themselves. They just want their own
examination.
ideas shouted back at them, like a fucking puppet, because they don't have any ideas of their own. God, typhoid. This guy's like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's typhoid. It's some bullshit. That's some stupid ass shit. But very, very sickening to see, and I honestly, if there is change, it better come soon, man. Because the way this shit's going, there's some apocalypse shit that's probably gonna happen soon. And I'm sorry if I can't really say what I want to say, because what I do want to say, it's gonna get taken down. I'm not saying any particular
An
group
infinite
of
potency
people.
still lingers in some of these
I'm not alluding
well-worn
to
relics.
any group of people. This could all be posed as hypothetical, or whatever you want to call it. But between me and you, person who's watching this, people, you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? Exactly. So that was the main thing I wanted to talk about. And if you don't agree with my opinions, that's okay. Not every opinion is good, but at least they're being told. Because I think that's what society needs. It needs more opinions. It needs more conflicting ideas. Because that's what makes great things happen. Two conflicting ideas make one good idea, I guess. Sorry, it might sound stupid. I'm sorry. That what I said might sound stupid, but that's what I'm thinking. That's my way of thinking. Is that sometimes some people's bad ideas, they're conflicting with each other, but then sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, those ideas are used to do even better things than I would have thought. it's good to have an idea. It's good to have an opinion for yourself instead of having, a set opinion by an agenda. Never, ever, ever in your life should you ever have to. You should question everything. Question everything, and you'll be happy. I guarantee it. You'll be happier than if you were to just blindly, follow everything that was told, by the major news media. Because some of it might be true, some of it might be false, but it's all probably false. You know. So please have your own opinion for yourself. You don't have to listen to a dumb piece of shit like me on the internet. You don't have to, nor should you. But it's just you need to have an opinion. Have your own opinion. Have your own way of thinking. Have your own way of seeing things around you. But don't let some fucking propaganda dissuade you from the truth. You need to see the world in your own eyes, but don't delude yourself with fucking fake realities. Because we're not a perfect society. As much as America wants to be perfect, the people who run it do clearly have their own interest in mind. And who knows what's gonna happen. But the more we question things, the more we question and the more we fuck, I'm trying to think of words. I was going on a roll right here. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Oh no, did I lose it? Oh my god, I'm fucking almost on such a roll. But the more we oppose each other's ideas, I think society will be better. And you don't have to agree with that. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying at all. Everyone has the right to their own opinion, and so do I. I'm just saying my opinion on the internet. Of course, there's some bias involved because I am in one of those lower middle class families. Uh, at least the remains of a family. So, bit of a biased opinion. But again, I cannot tell you how important it is for you to question everything. But I'm gonna stop that there. I'm gonna stop this whole topic right now because I feel like I prattled on about this topic long enough. But that was just my opinion. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was kind of what I've been doing, or kind of how I've been feeling as of late. I kind of just been reminiscing, about the old days. My old, high school in general. I miss it. I do miss it, but not for the reason you'd be thinking, right? I miss it because I think I should have done more. I should have done more in the sense that to give people context, right? Ever since I was a child, right? I was relatively skinny, and that was always a problem for me. As a kid, I was skinny as fuck, and I had no muscle. I was one of those like fucking kids who ran to lunch. So my grandmother and my mother and my father at the time wanted me to put on more weight, and so I did. And boy, did that backfire, because that ended up making me fat, and not even the good fat, really bad fat. Like fucking Diabito, bro, from Family Guy. Like, it sounds funny, right? It sounds funny, right? And it's okay to joke about it, but that was like the lowest point in my life. I swear, man. I fucking hated myself, man. I still kind of do still hate myself, because because I just wish
Who knows
I
what lurks in the beyond?
changed sooner. You know, in freshman year, I was probably the most obnoxious piece of shit to be around, and at the time, I would just make a fool out of myself all the time. Just make a fucking fool out of myself. I treat the people I care about like shit. You know, they didn't deserve it. You know, these people that, you know, were friends with me at the time, they didn't deserve that, you know, that side of me. They didn't deserve that person I was then. And I just really wish I could say sorry. You know, I just really wish I could say sorry to them. But
Cooperation is the
I
key.
guess the time for that has passed, you know? The damage is done. And no, nothing really bad. It's just that I'd make fun of people for, you know, whatever, even though I was, you know, myself fucking an awful person, you know. I was the last person to be saying anything about anyone else, you know. And I'm not going to say that, you know, I'm not going to plead my case, you know, saying that they were wrong and I'm right. No, I'm wrong. I'm taking accountability for that. You know, I'm going to take accountability for my actions and just say that I was a piece of shit, you know. But start of sophomore year, I did change. That's when my own grandfather
Conflict.
started. He showed me how to work out for the first time, and that to me, being shown how to work out is probably one of the greatest gifts a parent or a parental figure, any kind of parental figure you may have, can
Bafflement
teach you.
and
Right?
vexation.
The knowledge to teach you how to improve your own body, to improve yourself and your own well-being, is probably one of the greatest things you can
One
be
less
bestowed. You know.
obstacle in our path.
And don't ever take it for granted, you know. But also don't beat yourself up too hard and turn into fucking clavicular, right? Or clavicle, or whatever the fuck his name
In
was,
this world,
because
wealth
he
is worthless without purpose.
destroyed him. He's destroying himself currently, and that's why I'm afraid it's gonna happen to me, because my weight. You know, I was always self-conscious about my weight. I'm self-conscious about fucking everything about me, bro. It's like, I do care if people don't like me. I do care if I say the wrong thing. I do care about this. I do care about that. I am just fucking I'm an overthinker, right? And it's like, well, you know, you shouldn't overthink things, but it's hard to not overthink things because, you know, you don't always, you know, I do not always say the right thing, you know? I don't say the right thing all the time. And so that's why I typically don't like to really say anything. And if I do say something, I try my fucking damnedest to think about what I say before I say it. But then most of the time it just doesn't work and I just end up saying something completely fucking stupid. You know? And that's also part of the reason why in high school, no one really liked me. You know, I had my group of friends, of course, but I think to them, I was somewhat of a nuisance, you know? Just making them look bad, you know, like the reverse cheerleader effect. You know, but boy, let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you that if you think I'm bad from what I'm saying here, you have no idea
Temperamental,
how bad it was gonna get with
but
another
ever
person in the
all the
friend group.
same.
If you saw my community post on YouTube on my page, then that guy right there, that guy, I'm gonna put him up for screen right now. But that person
A calculated
single-handedly
generosity,
made our friend
but
group
a welcome one nonetheless.
more fucking chopped than ever, bro. And the thing is, we tried to get him to take care of himself. I tried to get him to take care of himself more. But you just can't help someone who, you know, who does these things to
What
himself.
chases back so intently from the abyss?
He's unsavable. And once I make the documentary, you're gonna see why. You are gonna see why these people are unsavable. Absolutely fucking abhorrent. Disgusting, disgusting people. Some of the people I went to high school with are fucking monsters, bro, and they need to be locked up. Because how can you sit here and try and justify a senior dating a fucking middle schooler? Like, I know, right? I know. Like, what I just said was fucking insane. But oh my fucking god,
This
the
one
amount of
at least
fucking
has been tended to.
creds that were just born in that school. Like, what the fuck was there some kind of fucking disease going around? You know, what the fuck, bro? Oh my goodness, like, fuck, man. These people are just monsters, and I just dread to think about these people in the real world, because we're still relatively fresh out of high school, but they're not fully
These
adults
come
yet.
rarely in these
So I just
times.
dread to think about when they're in their fucking 20s, bro, and they're doing this kind of shit. Like, no fucking way. You're going to get arrested at some point. I really do hope these people do get arrested, you know,
The
because
smallest
they need to.
variable can make a
Because
world of difference.
predators never change unless something so bad happens to them that they have to change. And let me just tell you, Nova's mom was in the hospital, and she may still be in the hospital, and I can't really confirm this, but there was, oh my god, I really don't, I don't feel comfortable talking about it, but fucking, you guys know what Nova Online did, right? You guys know he did, and I'm not saying anything he did in the past, I'm saying, like, yesterday, like, oh my god, like, holy fucking shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he made, um, something that has a hub in the name account, and he made a very gross video, very gross, and I saw that shit on Twitter, bro. It's like I saw a post on YouTube saying like, what did Nova Online do? Like, he did what? I'm like, well, what the fuck did happen, you know? I want in on this. And so I go on Twitter, and the first thing I see is him using a women's pleasuring device. Can I say that? I'm gonna say, yeah, I can say that. But he uses a women's pleasuring device to vibrate his tiny Nova, and it's fucking disgusting, bro. It's absolutely fucking gross. It's gross. Like, please, if you are hearing, if you got this far, do not look at that video. Do not go on Twitter. Do not. No, don't do that to yourself. Cause, oh my god, that shit left mental scars, bro.
The hearth calls out for the
Oh my
warrior.
god, it's fucking awful. Oh. Anyways, I know I went a bit off topic with the Nova shit, but senior year is when I really started picking
We
myself
come
up.
here
You know, I was
in
on the up
times
and
of
up, you
years
know?
gone to right,
I was on the up
left,
and up. I
and
was
west.
making more friends. I was, you know, I was even at one point, you know, starting to have a relationship with a girl. Of course, I don't know if I told you guys, but that did not go well at all. So, you take what you can get, you know. Um, you take the good with the bad. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. But don't sell yourself short. You know, because I
Every road
might
a
be
winding
a
torment,
very,
every turn
very
led
awful
to our
person
destruction.
to be around sometimes. You know, back then, that is. But I was straight up. You know, I wouldn't really. I don't like to lie to people, but sometimes you do have to. You know, Sometimes you really do have to lie to people because they just can't bear to be told the truth. And it sucks because then you have to live with that lie forever. You know? And it's not a case of they'll think any less of you, but it's just like because they really won't be able to handle the truth.
Another nameless city. Another inferno of mutilation and madness.
So, don't feel bad. Like, don't feel bad for me, please. I'm not trying to draw sympathy for anyone, like for me myself, but I'm just telling you guys, you know, my journey on like how I want to be a better person, a better friend. But sometimes you just can't. You know, sometimes you can't redeem yourself. You know, especially if you're a predator like Nova or one of the people who used to be my friend group. Like you can't. So, just God, I hate to think about it. Just like all the tribe and tribulation I went through in fucking high school to be a semi-decent person.
Shall we continue?
You know?
Or is the lesson too demanding?
Oh boy, God. I just wish I changed sooner. Like, if I could restart high school over again, I trust you. I really can't express enough. I would change everything about myself. You know? And that's pretty much um all I have to say on that subject.
The next stop is
The next thing I wanted to talk about was documentary. So, as you guys know, or maybe you guys don't know, but I plan to make a documentary. It's gonna take a while because I do have to get all my. I did not know I can turn it around like that. But I'm getting all my information straight. I'm getting I'm getting a script for it, right? Because I know I was saying like you shouldn't need a script for a video, but for cases such as that, you do. Because you don't want to sound the wrong way when you're telling people about a predator. You gotta have all your facts straight. Because if you try and tell people that there's a predator and then those turn out to be false, in very rare cases they can be false, you know, but most of the time they're not false. But if they aren't and they really do and they really are false, then that destroys someone's life. But thankfully, I knew the person who did this from middle school. I've known him since middle school, so I can tell you for certain that all things that I'm gonna say he did in that video are really actually true, and I'm going to put videos up. I'm gonna put fucking pictures. I'm going to show you guys how much of a fucking chud and a monster this guy turned out to be, bro. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for this person because this person's an actual like Jupiter. He's like Jupiter's brother. He's like Nova's fucking cousin. God, it's so bad. Let's see, what's the runtime on this bitch? 38 minutes. Let's go to 40. Why not? Let's go to 40 because I think that's a real nice place to leave it off on 40. But I think during this time I'm gonna ask the audience a couple of questions. I do want to know. I don't know if you guys do like to comment on these videos. I know I'm just like a fucking small ass YouTuber, barely has like 20 views a video, right? But please, feel free to share your opinions with me in the comments. Please feel free to share ideas on how I might make these videos better for y'all guys to watch, how I might make it more eye-catching so people click on it more. Obviously, the thumbnails, right? The thumbnails, because my ass, I'm sorry guys, I do not know how to make thumbnails for shit. I do not know how these people do it, but I'm gonna try my best to make thumbnails. So please give me like some time to learn, so I can try and learn how to make thumbnails for you guys. But thank you. Thank you if you do, even if you did indeed watch it this far,
Hold fast, for who knows
because
what lurks in the
I
beyond.
think that to me is more important than anything. Sorry, I was trying to think what to say now. That to me is more important than anything. Making sure you're heard. I
Choose
think
what
a lot
please,
of people should be able to
but
share
whatever
their
test is
opinions.
put
Of
before
course,
you.
not all of them are going to be good, but you should feel safe on the internet to share an opinion. Um, and I just said like 2 seconds ago, yeah, not all of them are good. Some of them are going to get backlash, and most times, it's completely horrendous. Some people's opinions, but always remember, don't fucking believe everything you see online. All right, that should be a given. You shouldn't have to be told that. You shouldn't have to be told to believe everything you see on the internet. So if you do see something and you really, really, really are like, this is fucking true, fact check it yourself. Go online, look it up. You know, you always want to make sure that you're 100% certain about the things you're talking about. Because if you're not, sometimes you'll be like saying something and then someone will call you out and then boom, you look like a fucking fool. You look like a goddamn idiot. Oh my god, it's went above
Life
40, it's
whispers.
41 minutes now. Oh geez. Alright, let's get to this hoarder and I'll, stop the recording here. So, again, thank you guys for watching. I know this was kind of different from the usual videos, but that fucking shit with my PlayStation pissed me off so bad. But I'm gonna try and make the Outlast Trials video. It's the last one, right? Um, Pleasure the Prosecutor and Liquidate the Union. So I did Pleasure the Prosecutor. So I got the thing for that. So I really do just want to do Liquidate the Union so we can get out of the way. So because I know that when I do 2 trials per video, it's like usually an hour long, and I know you guys might not like it. So I think I'm gonna do Liquidate the Union just by itself. So I'm gonna try it out, see how it does, and if it goes good, then that's the way I'm gonna go forward in the future with making trials videos. And I'm sorry, but really do comment if you want to see a different game because Outlast Trials, Darkest Dungeons 2, Darkest Dungeons 1, fucking Phasmophobia. I can play all those. I play all these fucking different types of games, and I just want to know, what do you guys want to see? You know? I want you guys to feel comfortable here. I want you guys to feel fucking relaxed. I want you guys to be entertained. So please let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So goodbye. Love y'all.